diagonal of a parallelogram AC divides this parallelogram ABCD into two congruent triangles. Let me explain it quickly. To prove, we have to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. Actually, it is not DCA, CDA. CDA. Let me write that again here. CDA. So for that, firstly we will understand whether they are really congruent or not. Let me put this triangle over this one and find out whether they are matching or not. For that, I will go for this option. Okay, CDA, right? CDA, right? So firstly I will take this triangle. First, what is the triangle? I mark this triangle and turn it, rotate it like this, and try to place it over the other triangle and check whether they are matching or not. They are exactly matching. They are exactly matching. That means this triangle and this triangle and these two triangles are congruent to each other. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. Therefore, we can theoretically, practically we already proved, we are going to prove theoretically now. In these two triangles, you can, if you observe, you have angle 1 equal to angle 3 because they are alternate interior angles. AB is parallel to DC, we know that, and CA or AC is the transversal. Similarly, BC is parallel to DA or AD. BC is parallel to AD, and angle 2 equal to angle 4. Angle 2 equal to angle 4. They are also alternate, a pair of alternate interior angles. And AC in this triangle is CA in the other triangle. They are, therefore AC is equal to CA. They are also it's a common side. Therefore, by ASA congruence rule, these two triangles are congruent. So this is the proof of the theorem. Quickly you go through this, we will go through this also. You can check AC and BD. Now, is it happening only for this particular square, or will it happen for any square? It will happen for any square. You can check this one. I am enlarging the square and checking. You can see it is, the both are changing with the same measurements, is it not? That means it is true for all the squares. In a square, the diagonals are equal. You can understand that. And they bisect each other at right angles. Bisection, how do you understand? How do you understand the bisection? So to understand bisection again, we have to find out the measure of BD and this point and this point, whether it is these two parts are equal or not, we have to check. Delete. I am going to delete all these things now. I want to check the distance between DC is 3.96 and DO, let us say, and OB is also 3.96. That means it is bisected by AC. And whether AC is also bisected or not, let us check. Yes, 3.96 here also. This is also 3.96. So all the diagonals are bisecting each other. They are equal to each other and they are bisecting at right angles. We proved all these things practically. Now let us prove them theoretically. For proving theoretically, the first part is like this. Part 1 is like this. ABC and BAD, we are taking triangles ABC, A, B and C, this triangle, and BAD, this triangle, this and this, which are on the base AB, like this. With the diagonals, the triangles are formed. AB equal to AB, that is common side. Angle ABC equal to angle BAD, because each angle in a square is 90 degrees, so we can understand that they are equal. BC equal to AD, again sides of the square, they are also equal, and therefore these two triangles are congruent by SAS rule, and we can understand that AC, the sides AC equal to BD, they are corresponding parts of congruent triangles, therefore they are equal to each other. With this, we proved that diagonals are equal theoretically. Now let us go for the second part of the proof. We choose triangles AOD, this triangle AOD, and COD, this triangle. These two triangles I am choosing. Okay? Now you know AD equal to CD, they are sides of a square, and this is a common side, of course. AO equal to CO, diagonals bisect each other. They bisect each other, that is also we know that, and DO equal to DO equal to DO, common side. Therefore AO equal to CO and all the three sides are equal correspondingly. Therefore by SSS rule, these two triangles are congruent to each other, and angle 1 equal to angle 2, but 1 and 2 make a linear pair, therefore each is equal to 90 degrees. This is how we proved that the angles are 90 degrees. So you can even check the diagonals. I already showed you these things in the previous way. In the previously I showed all these things. Even the same can be checked for any other square. In all the squares these will happen. So understand this proof. Now we go for question number 5. Question number 5. Question number 5. Just a second. It is opening. In the meanwhile, I will open 6 also. Both together I will open.
Sir, we completed 6th problem also, sir.
6th problem also we completed? I thought only 3 problems
yes, sir,
we completed.
Oh,
Mare, you could have told me, in the beginning I was asking a question.
5 problems.
You should have told me. Okay, anyway, 6th onwards we start again. I thought that we stopped with the 3rd question only, because last week completely we were going through the revision part. Anyway, now this is question number 6. We'll start with this one again. Diagonal AC of parallelogram ABCD bisects angle A. Angle A is bisected by this diagonal that is given, and we have to prove that it bisects angle C also, and ABCD is a rhombus. We have to prove that. Of course, it is looking like a square, you may ask me. Yeah, basically square has all the properties of a parallelogram, of a rhombus, of a rectangle, and any other quadrilateral you can take. Square is a special quadrilateral. Therefore, it may look like all squares are rhombuses, but all rhombuses are not squares. Please remember this one. Now, let's go for the proof here. Proof 1, part 1 here. Angle 1 equal to angle 2, and angle 1 and 2 are equal, because it is given that AC is bisecting, the diagonal AC is bisecting this angle A. So these two angles are equal. See, I marked with a little color difference. Is there, though both are green, little difference is this is dark, this is not, it is light. These two are equal. And we also know that angle 1 equal to angle 3, because alternate interior angles. You can see now, observe, I colored them. 1 and 3 are equal. 1 and 3 are equal. 2 and 4 are equal, because they are pairs of alternate interior angles. Did you observe this one? Yes or no?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
very good.
Sir.
So we have alternate pairs of angles equal here. 1 equal to 3, 2 equal to 4. Now observe these 3 statements here. 1 equal to 2, angle 1 equal to angle 2, angle 1 equal to angle 3. That means angle 2 and 3 are equal. We also know that 2 and 4 are equal. 2 and 4 are equal. That means 3 and 4 are equal. So we can easily say 3 and 4 are equal. That means here we are given that 1 and 2 are equal, and we proved that angle 3 and angle 4 are equal, meaning this angle C is also bisected by this diagonal AC. Okay, first part we proved. Now we have to prove that it is a rhombus. It is a rhombus. For that, I want to take the second part here. Again, since angle 1 and 2 are equal, 1 equal to 2 and 2 equal to 4, 2 equal to 4 and 1 equal to 2, 2 equal to 4 again, and these 1 and 4 are equal now. 1 and 4 are equal. Again, don't get confused. Angle 1 and 2 are equal, that is given. We proved that 2 and 4 are equal because they are pair of alternate interior angles. 1, 2 are equal, 2, 4 are equal. Therefore, 1 and 4 are equal. That can be understood easily. When 1 and 4 are equal, sides opposite to the angle 4 and an angle 1, they are equal. You can check these sides. This side and that side. AD is equal to DC. And similarly, we can also prove that 2 and 3 also are equal, because 1 and 2 are equal and 1 equal to 3, therefore 2 and 3 are equal. We can say that AB is equal to CD also. So, by all means, all the 4 sides are equal. Now you can see, firstly they are all black in color. Now, after each proof I am putting the color on them. The whole parallelogram has become pink now, outside. Okay? So therefore, all the 4 sides are equal to each other. That too, it's a parallelogram. Therefore, we can claim that ABCD becomes a rhombus. Okay? This is the proof we have to give. So, write down on your notebook, or take a screenshot and write at a later stage. Choice is yours, but make it fast.
Sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Tell me. Ask.
Sir, in the question they didn't give that angle 1 is equals to angle 2, no, sir.
But they have given that AC bisects angle C, we have to prove, and AC diagonal AC of a parallelogram bisects angle A. You can read this sentence here. Bisects angle A. Angle A is this one. This is angle A. So this angle is bisected, means it is made into 2 equal parts. That is the meaning. Therefore 1 equal to 2. That is given. You understand? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. Who asked you this question? Neha. Good.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Oh, sir.
Right, over. Good. Now we will move
Okay,
on.
sir.
We will move on to the next question here. See, this is which question now? This is 6th question. Now 7th question I will open. Question number 7. Yeah. Question number 7 is getting ready on the screen. All these presentations are made using a particular software called GeoGebra. You can also use this software. If you have computers at home, you can download this GeoGebra software. Try these on your own. Okay? So those who want, actually, if you want any help, I can help you in this regard. But you have to you have to come forward for this one. Now look at this 8.1 question number 7. What is given? Just quickly look into the question here. ABCD is a rhombus. They have given it is a rhombus first, and we have to prove that diagonal AC bisects angle A as well as angle C, and diagonal BD bisects angle B and as well as angle D. So this is the thing we have to prove. For that, firstly I will take part 1. It is very easy for me because we have seen that in the previous question. Angle 1 equal to angle 3. Because it's a rhombus. Firstly, it is given. It's a rhombus. When it's a rhombus is there, in a rhombus all the 4 sides are equal. All the 4 sides are equal. Therefore, DC is equal to DA. DC is equal to DA in this triangle ADC. Therefore, angles opposite to equal sides are equal, angle 1 equal to angle 3. Angle 1 equal to angle 3. We can also claim that angle 1 equal to angle 4 because they are pair of alternate interior angles. We have checked it in the previous problem. Similarly, 2 equal to 3. See, angle 1 and 3 are equal, 1 and 4 are equal, and 2 and 3 are equal. By all these statements we can say angle 1 equal to 2, and also we can say angle 3 equal to angle 4. See, 1 is equal to 3 and 1 is equal to 4. 3 equal to 4 is evident here. Now again, see, you can say 3 equal to 2, 3 equal to 1. That means 1 and 2 are equal. So like this we got two statements that angle 1 is equal to 2, angle 3 is equal to 4. Meaning diagonal AC bisects angle A as well as angle C. Now for the other part of the problem, we draw diagonal BD. So this is diagonal BD. You can check diagonal BD, and we have again marked the angles 5, 6, 7, 8 I marked. Now again our claim will be the same again. Angle 5 equal to 7. Now we take the triangle BCD. In this BCD, BC equal to CD, the equal sides, because they are equal, because it's a rhombus, all the sides are equal. And the 5 and 7 are angles opposite to equal sides, therefore they are equal. Similarly, opposite sides are parallel, therefore 5 and 8 are equal. 6 and 7 are equal, alternate pairs of alternate interior angles, therefore 5 equal to 6 and 7 equal to 8. These two are equal, these two are equal, therefore these two are equal. Like this we can claim 5 and 6 are equal and 7 and 8 are equal. Okay, 7, 8, 5, 6 are equal. Therefore diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. Did you understand this problem?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when the diagonals are bisecting the opposite angles, it becomes a rhombus, or in a rhombus diagonals bisect the angles. Both the ways we can prove. Okay. Now let me go through the next problem. If you all finish noting down, I will go for the next one. So why I am using these numbers for angles? It is easy to recognize. That's the only thing. You may even use for angle 1, you can say angle DAC, like that you can write, there is no problem at all. Anyway you can do. Okay. 8, what is given we will understand. ABCD is a rectangle. See, each time whatever is given here I am showing a square. Is it not? As I told you, square has all the properties of a rectangle, properties of a parallelogram, properties of a rhombus, properties of any quadrilateral it has. Therefore, finally we have to prove that it's a square. Therefore, I have drawn a square in the beginning itself. You can see diagonal AC bisects angle A and angle C, that is also given. We need to prove that it's a square, as well as BD bisects angle B and D. Okay, now let us go on doing like this. Alternate interior angles you can check. Angle 1 equal to angle 3, angle 2 equal to angle 4. Therefore, when we know that 1 and 2 are equal, AC, the diagonal AC bisects angle A, meaning these two, this particular line AC divides the angle into two equal parts. That means angle 1 and 2 are equal. Because these two are alternate pair of alternate interior angles, we can claim that 1 and 3 are equal, 3 and 4 are equal, and therefore all these four angles are equal to each other. This much can be understood. Now let us understand the proof from here. 1 and 2 are equal, that is given. 3 and 4, since AC bisects angle angle A as well as angle C, we are given that 3 and 4 are also equal. 1 and 2 are equal means almost 3 and 4 are equal. Again 3 and 4 are equal, but angle 1 equal to angle 3 because pair of alternate interior angles, and therefore 1 equal to 4, 1 equal to 4, or you can claim that all the four angles are equal, and 1 and 4, opposite sides of 1 and 4 are also equal, DC equal to AD, meaning in a rectangle, adjacent sides, the pairs of adjacent sides are equal, meaning these two sides are equal, we just proved. You can check the color now. Okay, that means ABCD is a rectangle, its adjacent sides are equal, therefore it is a square. It's a square. Now this also you can understand. 2 and 3 are equal, therefore these two sides are also equal. Now let us draw BD, other diagonal BD. Again the same climb we take. 7 and 5 angles opposite to equal sides. 7 and 5 you can check here, angles 7 is equal to angle 5 because they are opposite to DC and AB. These are equal sides, therefore these two angles are equal. Similarly we know that 6 and 7 are equal, 5 and 8 are equal, 5 and 8 are equal, alternate pairs, alternate interior angles, and then 5 and 6 are equal as well as 7 and 8 are equal. That means BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. So in all these, giving proof is only based on pairs of alternate interior angles as well as equal sides and equal angles. Okay, this is how we proved question number 8 also now.